Welcome to Inner Code. Today we're exploring one of the most valuable skills for professional success in 2025: emotional intelligence, or EQ. While technical skills and knowledge remain important, emotional intelligence has emerged as the true differentiator in today's workplace, with research showing it accounts for 58% of performance in all types of jobs. The workplace has transformed dramatically in recent years, and emotional intelligence has moved from a nice-to-have soft skill to an essential professional competency. Here's why EQ has become so crucial. As artificial intelligence and automation handle more analytical and routine tasks, uniquely human capabilities have become more valuable. The 2025 World Economic Forum Skills Report ranks emotional intelligence as one of the top 3 skills employers seek, alongside critical thinking and creative problem-solving. Today's complex challenges require diverse teams working together effectively. Research from the Harvard Business Review shows that teams with higher collective emotional intelligence outperform others by an average of 20% in productivity and innovation. With workplace stress and burnout reaching record levels, organizations now recognize that emotional well-being directly impacts performance. Companies with emotionally intelligent leadership report 23% lower turnover and 31% higher employee engagement. In an era of information overload and misinformation, trust has become a precious commodity. Leaders and colleagues with high EQ build stronger trust, with studies showing they're 3.2 times more likely to be rated as effective and authentic by their teams. Emotional intelligence isn't a single skill but a collection of interrelated capabilities. The 2025 model of emotional intelligence encompasses 5 key dimensions. Self-perception is your ability to accurately recognize and understand your own emotions, strengths, weaknesses, and driving values. It's the foundation of emotional intelligence because you can't manage what you don't understand. In 2025, self-perception includes emotional self-awareness, recognizing your emotions in real time and understanding their impact. Authentic self-assessment, honestly evaluating your strengths and growth areas without ego. Values clarity, understanding your core principles and how they influence your decisions. Research from Stanford Center for Emotional Intelligence shows that leaders with strong self-perception make decisions aligned with their values 42% more often and experience 37% less decision regret. Self-regulation is your ability to manage disruptive emotions and adapt to changing circumstances. It's not about suppressing feelings, but channeling them productively. In 2025, self-regulation includes emotional control, managing strong emotions without being controlled by them. Adaptability, adjusting effectively to change and uncertainty. Impulse management, resisting short-term temptations that conflict with longer-term goals. Stress resilience, maintaining performance and well-being under pressure. A groundbreaking 2024 study found that professionals with strong self-regulation earn 29% more over their careers and are 47% less likely to experience burnout. Social awareness is your ability to accurately pick up on emotions in other people and understand what's really going on in social situations. It's about reading both individuals and the broader dynamics at play. In 2025, social awareness includes empathy, understanding others' perspectives and feelings. Organizational awareness, recognizing power dynamics and unwritten rules. Cultural intelligence, navigating different cultural contexts effectively. Active listening, fully focusing on others rather than formulating your response. Research from Google's Project Oxygen found that social awareness was the most important predictor of team leadership effectiveness, with highly empathetic managers having teams that were 27% more productive and 32% more innovative. Relationship management is your ability to develop and maintain healthy, productive relationships in all contexts. It's about creating genuine connections rather than simply networking. In 2025, relationship management includes influence without authority, gaining buy-in through authentic connection rather than position, conflict transformation, turning disagreements into opportunities for growth, collaborative leadership, bringing out the best in others through partnership, developmental feedback, helping others grow through constructive guidance. A 2025 LinkedIn workplace study found that professionals rated high in relationship management were 3.4 times more likely to be promoted and 2.7 times more likely to be sought out for high-visibility projects. Responsible decision-making is your ability to make choices that consider emotions, ethics, and consequences for all stakeholders. It's about integrating both analytical and emotional data. In 2025, responsible decision-making includes emotional integration, incorporating emotional data into logical analysis, ethical consideration, weighing the moral implications of choices, systems thinking, understanding how decisions affect the broader ecosystem, future orientation, considering long-term impacts, not just immediate outcomes. Research from the Decision Sciences Institute shows that teams using emotionally intelligent decision-making processes make 31% better decisions as measured by long-term outcomes and stakeholder satisfaction. While all aspects of emotional intelligence matter, certain specific skills have emerged as particularly valuable in the 2025 workplace. Let's explore the 5 EQ skills that will give you the greatest professional advantage. Emotional agility is the ability to navigate challenging emotions and situations with flexibility rather than rigidity. It's about facing difficult feelings without being controlled by them. Why it matters in 2025. In a world of constant change and uncertainty, emotional agility prevents burnout and enables innovation. The 2025 Workplace Resilience Study found that emotionally agile professionals were 3.8 times more likely to thrive during organizational change and 42% less likely to experience stress-related health issues. How to develop emotional agility. First, practice emotional labeling. Get specific about what you're feeling beyond basic labels like good or bad. Expand your emotional vocabulary to include nuanced terms like apprehensive, disheartened, or invigorated. Second, create space between feeling and responding. When strong emotions arise, implement the pause practice. Take a deep breath. Name the emotion specifically. Ask, what would my wisest self do now? Choose your response intentionally. How to develop empathic communication. First, practice presence over preparation. Rather than mentally rehearsing your response while someone is speaking, focus completely on understanding them. Maintain appropriate eye contact. Notice their emotional cues, tone, facial expressions, body language. Resist the urge to formulate your response while they're speaking. Second, master reflective responding. Show understanding before moving to solutions. Paraphrase content. So what I'm hearing is, reflect feelings. It sounds like you felt frustrated when validate experience. That makes sense given what happened. Ask clarifying questions. Can you tell me more about? How to develop constructive tension management. First, reframe conflict as opportunity. Train yourself to see disagreement as a source of valuable information and potential innovation. When tension arises, think, what might we learn from this difference? Look for the legitimate interests behind opposing positions. Appreciate that discomfort often precedes breakthrough. Second, master emotional co-regulation. Learn to maintain your emotional balance while helping others do the same. Monitor your physiological responses, breathing, tension during conflict. Use calming language. Let's take a step back and explore this together. Acknowledge emotions explicitly. I notice this is bringing up strong feelings. How to develop influence intelligence. First, build genuine connection before direction. Invest in relationships before you need something. Show authentic interest in others' priorities and challenges. Look for opportunities to provide value without expectation of return. Remember and follow up on what matters to others. Next, master the 3 channels of influence. Logical, which is facts and reasoning. Present clear, evidence-based arguments. Emotional, which involves feelings and values. Connect proposals to what others care about, and cooperative, which is collaboration and reciprocity, involve others in shaping ideas. How to develop resilient optimism. First, practice realistic appraisal. Learn to assess situations accurately without catastrophizing or minimizing. Distinguish between facts and interpretations. Identify both challenges and resources available. Consider multiple possible outcomes, not just worst-case scenarios. Second, develop explanatory flexibility. Build more adaptive ways of interpreting events. Challenge permanent thinking like "this will never change." Question pervasive thinking such as "this ruins everything." Resist personalization thinking "this is all my fault." Third, cultivate possibility focus. Train yourself to identify opportunities within constraints. Ask, what's still possible given these circumstances? Look for the controllable elements in uncontrollable situations. Identify small wins and progress even amid larger challenges. Fourth, build recovery rituals. Develop practices that restore your emotional resources. Create clear boundaries between work and renewal time. Establish daily micro-recovery practices like brief meditation or nature exposure. Build a resilience network of supportive relationships. Real-world application. When a major project faces unexpected obstacles, a resilient optimist would acknowledge the challenges realistically, help the team focus on what remains within their control, identify creative alternatives, maintain energy through recovery practices, and keep the team focused on the meaningful impact of their work. Knowing about emotional intelligence is just the beginning. Here's how to systematically develop these skills in your daily professional life. The 30-day EQ Boost Plan. For rapid improvement, focus intensively on one EQ dimension for 30 days. Week 1, Assessment and Awareness. Take an emotional intelligence assessment, links in the description. Establish a baseline through self-reflection and feedback. Set specific, measurable goals for improvement. Create daily reminders and practice triggers. Week 2, Structured Skill Building. Implement daily micro-practices, 5 to 10 minutes, targeting your focus area. Use the if-then implementation technique for specific situations. Track your progress in an EQ journal. Study examples of your target skill in action. Week 3, Real-world application. Identify 3 challenging situations to apply your developing skills. Practice pre-visualization before difficult interactions. Seek immediate feedback after key interactions. Refine your approach based on results. Week 4, Integration and habit formation. Create systems to maintain your progress. Develop skill stacking by connecting your EQ practice to existing habits. Share your learning with others to deepen understanding. Plan your next 30-day focus area, the EQ feedback loop. To continue your development beyond the 30-day boost, seek diverse feedback. Gather perspectives from colleagues, direct reports, supervisors, and personal connections to create a 360-degree view of your emotional intelligence. Create psychological safety. Make it safe for others to give you honest feedback by responding with gratitude rather than defensiveness. Identify blind spots. Pay special attention to discrepancies between your self-perception and others' experiences of you. Develop targeted practices. Create specific exercises to address your most important growth areas. In 2025, several technologies can accelerate your emotional intelligence development. EQ analytics apps. Applications that use voice analysis and text processing to provide feedback on your communication patterns, with recommendations in the description. Biofeedback tools. Devices that help you recognize and regulate your physiological responses to emotional triggers. VR practice environments. Virtual reality simulations that allow you to practice difficult conversations and receive feedback in a safe environment. AI coaching assistants, artificial intelligence tools that provide in-the-moment guidance for emotional intelligence challenges. Let me share some inspiring examples of how professionals are using emotional intelligence to transform their careers in 2025. Sarah, mid-level manager. After receiving feedback about appearing unapproachable during stress, Sarah focused on emotional agility. She developed a personal stress signature awareness and implemented micro-recovery practices throughout her day. Within 6 months, her team's psychological safety scores increased by 42%, and 2 previously disengaged team members became top contributors. Michael, technical specialist. Despite technical brilliance, Michael struggled to gain buy-in for his ideas. By developing empathic communication and influence intelligence, he learned to understand stakeholders' priorities before presenting solutions. His implementation success rate increased from 30% to 78%, leading to a promotion to technical leadership. Elena, remote team leader. Managing a globally distributed team, Elena faced challenges with conflict avoidance and miscommunication. By mastering constructive tension management, she transformed team meetings into productive debates where diverse perspectives were valued. Team innovation metrics improved by 53%, and cross-cultural satisfaction scores reached company-leading levels. James, career transitioner. Facing industry disruption, James needed to pivot his career. Using resilient optimism, he reframed the challenge as an opportunity to align his work with deeper values. He built a strategic network through authentic relationship management, leading to a new role that increased both his satisfaction and compensation by 35%. Emotional intelligence isn't a fixed trait but a set of skills that can be developed with intentional practice. In 2025's workplace, these capabilities represent perhaps the highest return investment you can make in your professional future. As you begin your EQ development journey, remember these key principles. First, start with self-awareness. Honest self-assessment creates the foundation for all other emotional intelligence skills. Second, focus on progress, not perfection. Emotional intelligence development is a lifelong journey, not a destination. Third, seek feedback continuously. Others often see our blind spots more clearly than we can ourselves. Fourth, practice in real contexts. Apply your skills in actual workplace situations, not just in theory. And lastly, be patient with yourself. Developing emotional intelligence takes time and includes setbacks along with progress. The professionals who thrive in 2025 and beyond will be those who combine technical expertise with the emotional intelligence to collaborate effectively, navigate complexity, and create meaningful impact through authentic connection. If you found this video valuable, please hit the like button, subscribe to Inner Code for more advanced professional development content, and share your own emotional intelligence insights or questions in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to hearing about how you apply these emotional intelligence skills to transform your professional life.